No, I was just saying I like you, man. Now we have a problem.
I enlightened you on that last night. So one thing is I stay
did
away
what?
from courthouses
Yep.
in any state that I've been incarcerated in.
Oh.
that is like a thing of mine.
Man, I got to give you
West
that
Virginia's
one.
off limits
Yep,
for
I
him.
do not go to West Virginia. It's just like a bad.
I am
There's
gonna give
nothing
that-
wrong with literally West Virginia. It's just like nope.
I'm going to give that
Bad
to
memories.
you, man.
Yep.
Maybe we'll have a healing trip and we can go to West Virginia and
I'll go on
zip
the
line.
outskirts. We can sit right on the state line.
You ain't going to cross. You ain't
Nope.
going through the tunnel.
Nope.
There's a tunnel that goes from Virginia to West Virginia, and when you're in the tunnel on the south side, it's Virginia, and then you cross over and you're in West Virginia.
I promise there's a way around. It has to be.
There is.
Oh,
It's a little bit longer.
it's the easy way though. Right over there in downtown Gastonia at the
Yep.
post office.
Yeah,
Okay.
right across the street from the post office.
All right, you guys got to check him out Saturday. He comes on the show about 8, but I guess doors open up about 7, 8 o'clock. You go on at 10.
Yep.
I know because I'm.
Well,
gonna
I think you said the show starts at 6, right?
The doors open at 6.
Doors open at 6.
They probably
Doors at
start about
6.
There's a
7,
couple other
something like
people
that.
before him.
try
But,
show at 7. They don't matter then.
okay, yeah. This just happened a couple days ago, August the 26th, 2024. In New York, we had a family of 5. They met at noon at one of the family members' house. It was to discuss the sale of the house. The house used to belong to the person who lives there, currently living there, a 59-year-old man, but his mom lived in the house, and she was deceased, and it's her house. The meeting was to discuss selling the house, but it didn't go that way. He shot and killed 4 family members, ranging from 30 to 69,
I was afraid we were going that direction.
and then
man.
walked out into this cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
It is not. I don't know. It's just.
it is an interesting question. That is interesting that your brain goes there. I think I just sort of think, Adam, like, what stress could be anything. I mean, the thing really you need to realize, somebody said to me early in my career at one point, and it's really stuck with me. I think it's totally true. He said, and now mind you, I was working in a mental health center where it's pretty unhealthy people, pretty sick folks. I mean, they got schizophrenia and bad bipolar. I mean, they were used to be in insane asylums, and we brought them back. So he looked at me. He's like, man, Chris, you need to realize the difference between the people we serve and ourselves is no thicker than a piece of dental floss. I was like, thought he's crazy because I was a young 24-year-old whippersnapper, But, I mean, that has stayed with me. And so, Adam, I mean, it could literally be anything that happens, because if you think
Right.
you're not capable of that, human beings do it, and you are most certainly capable about that given the right circumstances. and
Anybody
whatever
can snap.
that is for you.
Yeah.
In a bad way.
Yep.
So yeah, we can go further with that, but I want to get to some stuff. So let's get rolling. Let's get right to it. Part of your story is a 14-year vacation, as you called it. Part of that was in my home state of West Virginia.
Got to travel to a lot of different states.
Sorry about that, sir.
Yeah, no West Virginia.
So that was a prison experience followed by a determination to live out a dream, and that you're currently blazing through since 2020. I wonder what goes through your mind when you think of resiliency and adversity. I mean, that is some serious, steep adversity to overcome. So what's that do in your brain?
It's kind of like fuel for me. Just because coming home and going back to Gastonia and seeing friends that were still there, and places I used to go to see people still literally doing the exact same thing, like nothing. Like Gastonia looked different, but the people were still the same in the same areas, and it was just like, yeah, this isn't. I mean, I love my town. That's where I grew up, but I felt like I could do better if I was to get away from it and come back with something different to offer to the town than just sitting there in like a melting pot,
Yeah. When did you come back? I mean, how much time have you done in? God, that's a weird way to say that. Pun, if that's a pun, does that count as a pun? How much time have you spent in Gastonia really since, as an adult, I should say?
Couple months.
Yeah, okay.
As an adult, couple months, yeah.
So this is kind of a big trip for you this week, really, in a way.
Yeah, this is my first show that I've ever put on here, and
dang, no kidding.
Yep.
Oh man,
And just think about all the extra people here now.
I know.
Can't go anywhere without a line or anything now. 14 years away.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's got to trip you out then. I mean, is that resiliency or is that something else? Like just arriving? Like, how do you. That's a hell of a turnaround, like literally right now, today, and whatever this week. Yeah, maybe that's a good place to kind of kick in. We wanted to play a little bit of one of your cool songs, Southern Charm.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about what this is, and Neil, we're gonna fire it off here when he tells us about what this thing is. Is this one of the bigger, newer hits? I guess that's it?
Southern Charm has been out almost a year, and it's
Okay.
actually the one. I'm not gonna say it went viral on TikTok. It went semi-viral,
How'd you write it?
but it's
Okay.
I write all my music.
Okay.
It's still, the numbers are still going up at it. Right now, it's like I think 172,000 views on YouTube.
Okay, beast.
But when I wrote Southern Charm,
Sure, after
it
this
was
show,
really,
man, we're gonna have like 250,000 views on
We
this
hope
sucker.
so anyway.
I hope so. I hope so.
That would trip me out if that were the
I
case.
hope
I'm not
so.
promising that, brother.
I hope so. But no, I wrote Southern Charm really as like and believe it or not, when I went to my engineer and everything to put the song out, that was like my least favorite song.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that the way that works?
And that's the one that took off. But Southern Charm was more of a song just, I don't know, trying to explain me to people. You know, you get a little hood, a lot of country,
Okay.
laid back. You know, it's
A
just
little bit of hood,
yeah,
a lot of
a
country.
little hood, a lot of country,
And how does that play to you? That's what you are.
a little hippie, a little gypsy. You know, it goes back and forth.
A little hippie, a little gypsy. I
Yeah.
love that. That's a quote. Neil, what you got, man? Let's hear what this thing is.